Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. Today is January 4th, 2022, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Tesla up and away, back to its highs of 1200-ish level. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. No major economic events scheduled for today, but as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbol, it's mixed. The euro down while the British pound strengthens. And looking at the indices, Dow Jones back to its highs while the NASDAQ bounces yesterday. Looking at commodities, gold nosedives at resistance. 1828 was the spot and nosedives from there. Oil pretty much unchanged. Now looking at the stocks, Apple and JP Morgan were the ones that picked up the market yesterday and breaking above. Now looking lastly at Bitcoin on support on lighter volume. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. We're looking at the GBP, the Euro USD, and look at that soft landing right here, okay, of a support level. This was the spot. We're still trading within a very tight range. Lighter volume, okay, just look at the volume. It's so light, okay, hasn't beaten anywhere above this area, okay, in terms of the volume. So, you know, it's still kind of choppy trading. It'll get more interesting if it does break this area on the bottom side or above this area. But otherwise, you know, keep away from it. It's just really choppy trading. GBP USD, a little bit stronger. We're looking at a longer time frame here. It's got to beat this 135.80-ish level to get some momentum on the upside. It's fighting it its way. Okay, but let's see if it does sustain itself. Aussie USD did get a bounce, nothing to write home about. Here's something to write home about. The Rand. Rand picking up some weakness here versus the USD, getting to almost 16 versus the dollar. Okay, as we've seen it actually go from 15.45 up to 16 and then retracing here a little bit. But still now it does look like it's getting weaker versus the USD. That's something to consider as the markets are kind of doing a rotation if we look across the board. Now looking at the commodities, gold, look at this nosedive. 1828 back to its 1806 level. It's understood, it's resistance. This is why we play these resistance versus support levels. Very, very important. Now looking at crude oil, pretty much unchanged for the day. Not really anything happening there. Looking at Apple, look at this, back on its highs, almost new highs here. Okay, today's going to be a very instrumental day. Is it a fake out breakout or is there's going to be follow through? Okay, that's really what I'm going to be looking forward to today. Looking at Microsoft, you see you didn't get that big of a bounce. Okay, but if we look at JP Morgan, it broke above the moving day average. 30-day moving average has been underneath it since the month of November. So this is really a very important measurement as to perhaps this is making a turnaround. Okay, could be. Okay, I'm not saying it's not saying it is, but let's see if we get that confirmation if it does sustain itself above this moving average later today. Now lastly, looking at Tesla, look at this behemoth back to its 1200-ish level. Like to see some follow through. If it does, then it could hit new highs. Okay, a lot of people you know, want to fight this stock in either direction. So there's enough of a squeeze there that could take it even higher. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin, low volume on the bottom of its range, really nothing happening. Okay, for all intents and purposes, it would get interesting if it broke 45,000 and stayed underneath it, because then I would think that we'd retrace further. But right now, really very choppy trading when it comes to Bitcoin. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.